Do you have something else you want to ask?
Yes, please. Oh yeah, I made a post about this recently actually as well.
Yeah, go for it.
It was this idea of if you were to speak to a woman about what she looks for in a man, chances are she describes what is a nice guy on paper. 9 times out of 10, the guy she's sleeping with doesn't fit the bill.
Yeah.
So I guess the question is, why do you think women say they want these good men, yet get turned on by men who aren't that, and yet don't treat these good men as good as they say they want them?
Great question.
Why do you think that is?
So I think there's two things at play here. I think
Yeah.
the first thing is because social currency,
Okay.
in terms of looking good to the social class, is more important for women than it is for men. That's a big reason why they say, I just want a nice guy, or I want this kind of guy. I'm not saying they're not being truthful, but for example, okay, how men would bully each other, how boys bully each other is physical aggression. How women typically bully each other is through reputation destruction.
Yeah.
Right? So it's through her social standing, how she's perceived socially. So if a woman comes out, and to be fair, a lot of women do come out and say it now, but if a woman comes out and says, yeah, I want a guy who, is strong, who's going to be dominant, who's etc., that looks bad on the women demographic, because they're like, whoa, it sounds like you're wanting a guy to come and dominate you. And that doesn't look good for the ladies, right? Because we want to have this perception. But I also think, and I think many women don't maybe know that they're not translating this, is that what turns women on isn't about if he's nice, it's about his competency. So the example I'll give is like, if you have a house, you're going to get a guard dog. You don't want to get the dog that's just nice to everybody, because when the burglar comes in, he's going to be like, hey, let me show you where everything is. Right? That's useless to you. At the same time, you don't want to get the dog that's just going to attack everyone, because you want them to be loving to you and your family and your friends. But when the burglar comes, you want them to be able to take it out.
Yeah.
So you want the dog who's capable of being dangerous, but chooses to be good with you.
Yeah.
Weakness is not a virtue.
Yeah.
Not fighting because you can't fight is not a virtue.
For sure.
So I think a lot of the time when ladies say, I just want a nice guy, guys think, oh, I just need to show that I'm not dangerous.
Right.
I just need to show that I'm nice, as opposed to the competency. I think what women say is that they want a guy that they find who is competent, they're attracted to be good to her.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I mean, it's that classic phrase, women want bad boys to be good for them, and guys want good girls to be naughty for them.
For sure.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that's why I think there's a level of social pressure for women to always say what sounds good,
of course,
because it makes her be socially perceived in a positive light, whether it's true or not. As well as when they say they want a nice guy, what they mean is they want the guy that they're fundamentally attracted to be good to them, but they miss out that fundamental attraction part.
Yeah.
And what fundamentally makes a woman attracted to you as a man is not how nice you are, it's more about your competency and your capability. That's the initial attraction.
Of course.
And then of course, whether she feels safe with you is how you make her feel, which comes into the kindness, the consideration.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It does. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I kind of think, you know what? I actually thought it was, I saw a discussion about the dual mating strategy and how perhaps maybe that's playing into that as well. That the idea that the subconscious sort of imperative for women in their hunt for a man is sort of split into 2 categories of good genetics and parental investment.
Yes.
And obviously good genetics being everything that makes you attractive on paper, physical, tall, dark, handsome, charismatic, all these signs of good, robust genes, aka you get her rocks off.
Yes.
And then you got parental investment on things like, good job, can make a lot of money, ambitious, sweet, gentle. He comes off like he won't leave you alone if you got pregnant.
Yes.
And in a perfect world, women will get both of these 2 things in one guy.
In one man.
And it's so rare.
Yeah.
Right. So oftentimes what we see is in the early 20s or peak fertility years, they're sleeping with Mr. Good Genes.
Yes. Because
they don't require investment from him. So they're just collecting the DNA for free.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Very true.
And now that we have modern contraception, nobody needs to get pregnant. So they can just take all the DNA possible.
Yes.
And then as they start to get towards the need for investment and settling down, they start to prioritize this guy. And they reduce their need for sexiness and all that stuff, and they start raising their need for this more.
Yes.
So I kind of believe that what we're seeing is men who fit this category more than this one tend to have to be nice to women.
Yes.
Because they don't come with raw sex appeal.
Yeah, very true.
And raw sex appeal men don't need to be overly investing because they're sexy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I think because of that, the way in which each side manifests their dating strategy is representative of their market value. And which side they stride more.
Yeah.
So I kind of think, in my opinion, the ideal place for a man is to be both.
Yeah, yes,
be the guy who she wants to rip your clothes off on a one-night stand,
yeah,
but at the same time she wants to keep you. If you're that rare bird, then you're winning.
Yes.
But in my opinion, if you had to be one or the other, be this guy.
I was literally about to ask you, if guys had to choose to be one or the other, which would you say? 100%. There's a phrase, and I'm reluctant to use this phrase because it comes from the quote red pill space, but I think it does very much epitomize everything we're saying.
Yeah.
They call it alpha fucks, beta bucks.
For sure.
The alpha fucks, the beta pays.
Yeah.
i.e. the bucks, he provides, stability in that sense.
Yeah.